out onto the field. This from 42 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Right back to him on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On the set.
57, Mike 57. Ricky. Check.
61, matchbox lights.
57's the Mike, Mike 57.
Now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Returnable for Grant. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Mike 57.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We got 4.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the... He's got him in! Complete! And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ready.
21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
That's up.
Check Mike 21.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Third down and 9.
On the ready.
57's right. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Head up.
Looking to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set up. 50, plant.
Get the ball. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Get it.
Looking to throw. McLaughlin. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
They come out here in the eye.
So we got man.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time. Sponge!
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson going to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got it.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Stidham going for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ready? 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Down. 70. Indy.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
2nd and 13. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check back 21, back 21, check back 21. Let's go, back 5.
On 3rd down, Stidham gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Stidham throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stidham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21. It's a party now.
Stidham going back to the air. It's complete to Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Stidham sets to throw on first. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Stidham will throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Stidham. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 23-yard line.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker